was really loud, but honestly, I didn't hate that intro sound. I was kind of vibing with it there at the end. I'm getting a lot
We'll
of
find one we like eventually.
yeah. It's just loud. Your microphone's pretty open. It seems like.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of background air.
Let me see what I can do about that.
I need to open up the chat. I wonder how long my webcam will last today. Switch camera size? I don't know if that's possible. Oh. Hello, I'm doing well.
Don't actually know where your mic settings are on this thing.
At the bottom middle, where the mute button is, there's a little caret.
Oh yeah. Ah. Is that better?
Yo, what's up, Canner? What's up, Thomas?
Yeah.
Yes, happy we can.
You can hear the fact. You can still hear it.
Yeah, it hasn't changed.
Huh?
God damn. Okay. Is that better?
Yes, much better.
Sweet. Cool. All right. If it works, it works.
Make it so we can call it Woo with Freddy's. I mean, that's kind of cool. Not too sure what's the best way to. You can call them. They deliver. What's the method, Happy? Teach us. Teach me how to order food. Do you need their personal phone numbers or?
I'm just gonna let the dog out. 2 seconds.
Okay, go ahead. You can call us. Oh, so there's advertisements in Yellow Pages you can use to get a phone number to call. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what system would be the best system to hijack to do that. I almost want to say it'd be Johnny's, but payment would have to be accepted in person. Oh, do we have you? I mean, if it has cool features, it could be worth exploring, but that picture is it's a sloth. It's like I'm not sure if it's like a Halloween sloth or what, but my sister gave it to me.
Did you think it was a turtle out of its shell? We used to have landlines many moons ago, but it would be cool to get something back like that. And I think I don't know. Does our current phone support landlines? I don't know if it does.
It'd be cool if you could go to like a phone booth, like target it. You could like call police, call EMS, or just put in a custom phone number.
Yeah, I think you can do it at jail. Oh wait.
Oh really?
I think that's our upcoming jail script actually.
I wonder how they do it.
But yeah, I think they're doing that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we want an MRPD phone though. I think it's gonna be ringing off the hook.
No one's ever gonna man it.
No. That sounds about right, Canner. Yeah. That time of the STRP life sounds like when we had those.
My camera is super zoomed in today. I don't know why. Zoom out. Is that better?
There you go. Oh, no. I think that was good.
There we go.
As long as your camera doesn't start drifting.
I'm about the same size as you now.
Yeah. It has been a busy week, but it's been a good week. Anything interesting going on for you?
Spending a lot of focus and time on NA again.
Yeah.
Mainly with the PD, I guess. So we've assigned and hired 2 new captains for over there. They just got hired last night, so they've not had a chance to do loads of stuff yet, but looking forward to what they do. The way I kind of see NA right now is it seems to have a decent number of cops logging in every day. I scrolled up back through my messages of the NA captains chat from last year, and about this almost this time last year, I guess, NA was getting up to like 100 users. But my comments in the NA captains chat was 75 online, 1 cop.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was pretty much the issue with last year, that we went through this big growth on NA, but there was no police at all, and eventually it just fizzled out. And I think, I think that's what killed it off a lot. So this time around, we've got a decent number of cops showing up, so now we just need crims to show up. So I think Kaylee and I are gonna start playing on crim over there and start a gang up again. Not planning on, I'm not planning on maining forever or anything like that, but definitely gonna go play over there for a bit and see if we can encourage some more growth again.
So you're kind of like helping the PD like get its base, and then you're going to help the crim life as well. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, last year what we did was we started AOD, and then a bunch of gangs started getting in, and like I said, we got up to about 100 users at one point. It was great. We actually increased the player count because of that, but we've not been anywhere near that since. So we've got cops going now again. So now I think we're gonna create Lost MC this time, and just try and have
AOD
the same effect again. Yeah, I think there's still some people in AOD, and I don't want to. And I figured, fuck it, I'll use the same character. He can have just gone from one back gang to another. That's fine. Because there's no Lost on NA, and might as well.
Is that the kind of like the roleplay aspect you like, the motorcycles and the biker life?
It's fun.
It lets you be a little bit more wild, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds cool, though. Are you going to use the same, or would you use the same gang base that's already being used?
With the Lost MC one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll go move up there.
All right. You got enough money for the rent?
I don't know. I'll have to check my pockets. I think when I stopped playing last year, I was renting a store, and it might have drained my bank clean, so I don't know. I need to check.
Oh, you're renting it without remembering?
Yeah.
Sorry, get some trucking jobs going, yeah?
Yeah, I might be
We did
poor.
the math.
I'm not sure. Okay, let's got money.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, not a turf gang, but looking for player-to-player interaction type deal. Player to cop. That was cool. Do some heists. Do some boosting.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I like boosting, so I'll probably be doing a bunch of boosting. It's
Just gotta get all the way up to A class.
Yes.
What'd you get up to last time you were playing?
I seem to remember I'm S class.
Oh. Nice. You really did a lot of boosting.
Yes.
Nice. Hey, at least you can, get that content going with the cops. That's good.
Yeah. Well, I logged in there this week during work to do just a boost to give them something to do. And I ended up on there for hours because it ended up in a lawsuit. Like, we were in the court and we had Paul as a judge, and we were there for hours. And it peaked at its highest for ages. Like, oh, okay, this is cool. But fuck me, I was not applying on this. I was meant to be doing work. I was like, shit.
Just because, like, the way you guys complained about the situation turned to a law.
Oh, we'd be on there for an hour.
When I was in the cells, I was trying to say, can I get a quick bench trial? It didn't happen. So, and then Isareve was pretending to be our kid, and they let her go, even though she shot at cops. I didn't do shit. I was just driving. And they threw the book at me and let her go. Then later on, when I had an early release from jail, the police showed up to a prison break. Nothing to do with me, but I had already left prison and at the time when I was doing it. All the cops showed up, though, and then Kayla and Isareve showed up, and they beanbagged Isareve because she tried to steal the heli or something.
The fuck?
I don't know what happened. I wasn't there, but the lawsuit was basically about them shooting the 10-year-old with a beanbag, and we had like social services there and someone from the hospital.
You got too deep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway, I ended up losing my kid. So
no, we didn't, Aaron. Aaron.
What?
No, we didn't. The court overturned that choice.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we won our appeal. I have my kid back.
Nice.
But yeah, that was.
It's silly, but it sounds fun though.
Yeah, for sure. What else did we do this week? Oh, we like, if anybody, like, I'm sure a bunch of people in chat has probably been on other people's streams this week. So Alex dropped his Twitch connection stuff this week, and that's been really cool. Yeah, I did a stream with it on as well. It's just absolute chaos. I liked being termed grief of police. Loved it. I was genuinely trying to help. Like when I was putting down spike strips, I was trying to help, and then the criminals drove straight over the spikes, and then I couldn't pick them up. I was spamming to pick them up, and I could see cops coming. I was like, oh, fuck off. And they just wouldn't pick up. I was like, no!
You just spiked the whole police?
Yeah, like, they got spiked. Fuck's sake, Thompson. No, I didn't mean to.
You spiked me twice the other night.
That's what I mean. That's when it happened. Yeah, I was like, no.
I'm like, this guy's not. I didn't know he was even part of the chase. He didn't radio nothing. I didn't hear his voice. Next thing you know, I'm getting spiked, and there's a short man right by the spike. I'm like, what the hell, dude? I think he spiked me twice.
Yeah. Yeah, the connector's been really cool. I think it's made it a bit more interactive for everybody's viewers.
It's a great way to use those points, and it'd be nice to use too in the future for more things.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people are letting people do all the griefing with the channel points right now, but I imagine most people will move those to bits later on when Twitch approves it. But there's still a bunch of stuff that I'm sure people will leave on points. So
yeah,
but it's cool because he's added a bunch of stuff, like there's dancing, all the emotes, forcing controls, disabling. There's a bunch of stuff. It's really
there's so much potential too. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do with it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any other servers with anything like that either. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. Gives STRP streams a little bit something unique, I guess.
For sure. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, Jimmy.
What else have we? Oh, we got all the new user stuff. So we started working on the airport. I redid all the intro videos. I updated all the controls on the F10. I think I added and removed some. I moved all like the controls that show inside aux inventory into the F10. I just kind of went through it all. I think somebody else recently updated all the rules in there as well. So F10 is, I guess, pretty up to date, which is nice. It's
that was Nikki. She did all
well.
the writing. I just made it work.
Yeah, sweet. So F10 up to date.
Yeah, it literally has every single line from the forums.
Sweet. Yeah.
And
then
rules.
oh nice. And then we have like a little mini tutorial for new players now when they enter the city. So you land in the airport. As you walk through the hallway, it starts to tell you to do things. You basically get forced to learn how to use your third eye by picking up your baggage. You get some starter items there. Then as you move it out through the airport, it just kind of gives you some useful tips like how to open your inventory, how to use your phone you've just got, and then sets you off on your way. But I think there's still a bunch of stuff we want to do around that. Obviously, we need I don't know if we've done it yet, but we need to get like a rental in there or something so that.
Oh yeah, the vehicle rental wasn't moved over there.
Yeah, we need that. I think that's the next. We definitely need to get something over there because we're immediately forcing people into crime now. But but yeah, no, I like it so far. Somebody commented on it in suggestions at some point as well, saying that they really liked the new intro and that whole.
I was thinking I need to do it then. I need to check it out.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I've changed all the flybys as well to be what will hopefully be more. I really wanted. I need to do it on EU at some point because it should be flying by pretty social areas, so you should see a lot of life during the flybys now. I think one of them's just literally inside Uwu Cafe. Like it's a slow flyby off the counter.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a good mixture. I think it'll be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we're planning on adding shops there. They're pretty much ready to go. We're talking to Morgan about it. We didn't want to just blindly throw them in at like 4 a.m. restart and make it first come first serve. We can. I just feel like if we do that, it's just going to get rented for reselling because the resale values on them are ridiculous.
Close.
Yeah. All right. A little bit unsure of like what method to auction them off. Yeah, I'm just a little bit unsure on how to, I suppose.
Yeah, it's kind of because I was saying to Morgan, can't we just throw them into the Dynasty 8 auction system? And after he said
it
no,
doesn't support that right now.
It didn't take him long to change his mind and say, "Yeah, we probably could." So,
okay, well, I'll enter that. I know it's definitely going to require a change to how it works.
It
definitely doesn't support like managing rent. I don't think, but
right, yeah.
I mean, I do want to get them added. Just
yeah, it'd be cool. But yeah, because there's 3 offices in there, right, and then like 6 shops or something. So, like the airport definitely has the potential to be a little hub of activity. So, and there's a little police station in there. It's got everything it needs, and there's a fire department, although we probably won't use that.
There's a garage, or I guess it has a locker room too.
Yeah.
You could get EMS access to at least to pull cars out, repair cars.
Yeah.
Access their lockers, I guess.
It's the MMO is massive. It's huge.
Yeah, it's crazy. Thankfully, there's nothing else there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna add because like those like sky bridges, they go to both parking garages. So I think I was just add like a garage.
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, but the only way to get to them is through the elevators, so we'll have to set them up.
Oh yeah, the elevators. Yeah, forgot about that. And I'm heavily thinking to do this, and is to turn every single liquor store in the city into a rentable shop. Like keep the
Like
interaction, keep the queue
all
targets.
of the 24/7s, or just
just the
liquor shops, right?
Yes. Maybe the 24/7s in the future, but right now just the liquor stores, because liquor stores can have like a private back room with a safe and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you would keep the queue target options there, so that people can still access that willy nilly. It's just going to have the option for the person to put down a shop for their additional stuff. So they'll get just the same thing at the beach. They'll get a little bit of storage. They'll get the shop storage, and then they'll get their shop.
Yeah.
Just trying to expand on having more shops in the city, I suppose.
Yeah. I wonder. It's interesting though, because I think at the moment when people are shopping for things, I think they all just head to the beach and then check several stores. So unless you like get a name for your store and you consistently sell the same things, you might get the odd passerby, but I do think people might not have the same success selling just random trash at a random store rather than in
that's
the
where
hub
Yellow Pages comes into play. Crim chat marketing. Saying like, hey, over here I got this stuff in stock. And then hopefully building a name for yourself.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At least those things help.
Cool.
I definitely can see how that is. Your rando traffic might be lower at first, but
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you can actually get real customers coming with advertising.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree though, because the shop or the beach has so many shops. It's like obvious you just go there and just check them all, but
I do wonder what it'll be like at the airport. At least there's 6 there, so there's the potential, or maybe there's more than 6. I can't remember, but at least there's a bit of a hub there. So you will get some people that check that area, but because like with the beach shops, you can pull a car up right to the front door. You ain't going to be able to do that to the airport. It's actually quite a run from the front door to the back for where all the shops are.
Yeah.
So again, that might discourage some people from just going to browse. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's in the departure section where we wanted the flights out, so it could be like go there, buy a gun and armor and some joints, and fly to Keho.
Yeah. Other things, we got stances in. We initially let people change them. Now only mechanics can. So I restricted what you can do and give it to mechanics. But a lot of people are asking to get it back now that it's got restrictions. What are your thoughts on it? Because I know you didn't like it.
Personally, since I've ever wanted it, it's my idea for it has always been very, very strict. So the idea of letting anyone mess with it, then, like, in my opinion, the whole point of it is just to support wide body kits. It's not to make your cars look silly, I guess. I haven't really been seeing I haven't looked at the client side performance on it either. I'm not too sure how much it is affecting us at all. But I imagine, if we just if we let anyone able to modify any of their cars, then it's going to be all over the place. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, I don't want to ruin anyone's fun, but at the same time, I didn't want the Stancer script to be able to be used on every single car, to be honest. I wanted it to be a tool that was to help assist these certain cars that needed it for their their body modifications or so. Because normally if you put these body modifications on, there's nothing in 5M or GTA that lets you fit your tires to it. But
yeah.
And I would like to say no to letting people modify it. I mean, I would even go as far as even restricting it to certain vehicles. In my opinion, if you really want people to be able to, all the cars.
I don't care. I've never cared about stances or wide bodies. So when you wanted stances, I assumed it was for every car, which is why I did it that way. Obviously, after my testing for it was, if I jack it up, does it go over a wall? The answer was no. I was like, okay, cool. But I was testing on my Raptor, so I was like, yeah, this seems fine. But then when I started seeing people's screenshots, I was like, oh yeah, this is fucked.
People have like wheels that are as thin as a plate, or like
Yeah.
super wide, and
Yeah, so,
turn their
this is
Lamborghinis
why
into monsters.
we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
So I can't. So yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. I honestly don't care, but
I wouldn't
I
want to
do
give it back to players.
I do understand the complaints, like, because when a mechanic's changing paints and stuff, you can see them do it, and you can see them putting body. You can't see that with stances. It only updates, I think, when they hit the save button. So somebody can't really figure out what it is they want to ask for, because you can't play with it, and whilst they're playing with it, you can't see that progress, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of goes.
There was also an exploit where if we did give it back to players, I think we still restrict it to it can only be done in bays, because it was repairing cars. So people were able to just flip up the stance menu, hit save, get a free repair, and keep driving. And I was like, oh, great. So yeah, if we did give it back to players, it would have to still only be in garages, I think.
My initial, just to share, my initial thoughts for it were going to be like, we say the Nissan GTR, you put the wide body kit on it, we would stance it, in the best way possible, and then we would save those settings, and then a specific item would be like the Nissan GTR wide body kit, and then you would apply that to your vehicle, which would apply those specific settings. So like they can buy those items from like the mechanics. Maybe the mechanics have to apply them themselves, but like they'd be like preset settings. There's no like tweaking. It's like that. It's for that vehicle and that vehicle only. And then there'd be like whatever other car, it would have a wide body kit you'd apply to it. That was my initial thoughts. Just because one, it gets rid of that menu in general, so there's no weirdness and no foul play with that. It kind of just simplifies all of it, I guess. In my mind, originally.
Mm-hmm.
How it works now, it has its pros, but it has some cons. Especially with the whole mechanic can't show the person what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's pain. Okay. And then another thing I did this week was the Happy did oxygen for submarines. So finally, a bit of a counter to submarines. I don't think it. I guess it limits how long these chases might go on for, because now you have to surface for 30 seconds to refill air, and when you do that, I assume you're just going to get lit the fuck up. So there's a 10-minute count on how long you can be underwater, I guess. It'd be nice to be able to still, like you were saying, disable it somehow and get people out of it, but I'm not sure how to achieve that. At least now they're forced to surface, and now you can just shoot and disable it.
Right.
So it is some kind of counter, I guess. Still hard to chase a submarine without a submarine, but yeah, there's that. And then Kaylee added her caravan park as well. She's finished it.
I haven't seen it yet, but I need to definitely check it out, and we'll add those houses soon. That's sick, though.
It looks really good.
What's the count on it? On how many houses there?
How many houses did you do, Kaylee?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, cool. I think it's live on EU now. It's
it's live on EU. I don't think she added it to NA.
I didn't.
She chose not to.
It's right next to the new Pater processing. It's where that old scrapyard and like broken down airplane used to be. They're
not rentable yet, but they will be. Yeah. But yeah, it's right. Yeah, they're honestly going to be perfect for Pater earners, like Pater processing house, all right next to each other. So I think those, even though they'll probably be low-end houses, I think you'll just cram them full of Pater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a trailer interior. We'll just do one of those, and yeah, there's already a limit on how many furniture you can put in those.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron,
Kaylee.
here you go. That's a preview for people.
I want to say yes, they'll have a garage, but we'll see if we have enough room for them. There's no guarantee we can set up a garage point for every single house to support, like a Benson, for example.
Let me share a screen, a window. Here we go. Can you see this?
I think on the left side, you gotta click show on stream.
There you go.
Yeah, so setting up a garage might not be too easy. We'll see.
Yeah, there's some like shared areas. I don't know. We'll see, but yeah, it looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
I think there'll be rentals. I doubt we're ever going to release things to buy anymore.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, personally, I prefer seeing things being rentals just because it's a constant economy drain, whereas purchases, once it's out there, it takes a little bit of money out of the economy and then it just passes hands and becomes worth more and more. So, I don't know. I'm of the opinion that selling
I think renting is good, for sure, for the same exact reason.
Mm-hmm.
I would say traditionally those have been sold is the only reason why I would say that.
For sure. But yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it's probably for the best just to rent them.
Mm-hmm. And then was there anything else? Oh, we got the dynamic pricing on garage upgrades as well, mechanic. So I think D classes will have remained the same pricing, but X classes I think 3 times the price, and then it scales down the way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a hefty price increase for X classes, but yeah, I mean the prices haven't been touched much, and I mean when people are spending like tens of millions on some of these cars, I think we can justify taxing them a little bit more on their upgrades. I haven't heard any outcry about that yet, even. It's been in for a while, so I guess people are okay with it.
For a couple of days now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it went on same day the stances went in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen any complaining about it either.
No. Actually, I got one complaint, and it was from police on NA because they were trying to upgrade the new police cars, and it was costing a fortune.
Oh yeah, because they're all S class or X class.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I fixed ultra wide support for the minimap. So
yeah,
every time I watched Phil McCracken's stream, I got really annoyed that his minimap was like in the middle of the screen, and I finally figured out how to move it. So it's moved. Ultra wides now finally have the minimap over to the left along with everything else.
Yeah, I wrote that down. It's nice to see that updated. I had I wrote a question with that, and it was, do you think we'd ever see our UI being like editable or like movable, or anything like that?
For the minimap, I don't know. I wonder if you can. Maybe you can. Like I have seen some scripts where it's like movable UI. I don't know how many people would want to move their UI though. Like where are you moving it?
The I think the veteran players, the new players, keep them on a default UI for sure, but make sure we have a good default UI. But I think long-term players like to move it around a bit.
So, I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. We just have to start recording coordinates of where you drop stuff around and making like an edit mode, I guess, where you can drag them. Don't know how easy that'd be for the minimap, but for all our actual UI elements, we can probably do it.
Right. Like what? Like
Your health and all that.
Your health and stuff like that. Your notification point. The chat.
Yeah, those maybe chat. The notifications are a lot harder. I don't know if we'd be able to do notifications, to be honest, because the issue with that is we have a bunch of different notification systems for starters, and the issue is they have their own UIs, and you configure where they go. So, like, some of our notifications are top right, some of them are left middle, some of them are top middle, and they're
top right
specified
is aux,
in code.
and
Yeah, but
left middle
aux
is
can go
IOS.
anywhere. They can go anywhere. It's specified in the code, so we are choosing where to put those, or we have the choice at least.
Right.
So if we wanted to give people the choice of where they go, that definitely becomes a lot harder. So it's not impossible. It can definitely be done. I don't know how much value we get out of how much effort it would be, essentially. I think Happy's about to type. Painful.
Yeah, I was curious.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely possible. It's 100% possible. But yeah, I think it would be different. Time consuming.
To answer Leo's question, your apartment existed before that gang base did, but I think on NA I moved it to another apartment building. I can do that for you if you want, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. Pretty much the entrance to the family's gang base is his apartment entrance as well.
All right. Yeah, right. I think we fixed that in EU, right, by getting rid, but
No, I think he was talking about EU.
Oh, really?
It's on NA. I just moved it to a different door.
Oh, okay. So, that's interesting. That's been like that for a long ass time. I'm surprised. This is the first we're hearing about
the
it.
family's HQ has been unoccupied for a while.
Right.
He just took ownership of that, and he's like, "Huh? I don't know."
Well, I guess if nobody's coming in and out, and that means you can't unlock it, so you'd never have known that somebody lived behind your door.
Right.
You just see the lock icon and be, that's weird. And then all of a sudden people are coming in and going, you're like, what the fuck? Get out my house. We added the number of neighborhoods you can claim to the neighborhoods tab now. So it'll say like 1 out of 5 if you have one claimed neighborhood out of a total of 5. And the reason for that is because the limits are different on NA and EU, and B, because you now unlock, or crews at least unlock, neighborhood slots as they level up. It wasn't super obvious to people. People were putting in a bunch of support tickets saying that they couldn't take things, and some of them were legit, and those have been fixed. But some of them were just that you are at your cap, or So
yes, thank you for adding that. Honestly,
yeah.
It's just tough to verify that number.
Yeah,
like checking what can I go and check what are they controlling, what they got influence on, what are they hostile on.
Yeah, and to make up for, so on NA, let me get my limits up because the limits are different, and I haven't posted them anywhere. So let's just clear that up real quick. So on NA, crews start with an allowance of 3 neighborhoods, and they can work all the way up to a maximum of 9. And on EU, they start with an allowance of 2 neighborhoods, and they can work their way all the way up to the size of 12. I've made it so that gangs and crews have the same max now, and crews just can eventually hit that max just to streamline the code. So there is a set limit to how many you can have, but to get to it for crews, it's 1 every 20 levels. So yeah, they work much. Other than that, pretty much the same. Other than obviously on NA, you start with 1 more turf than you do on EU, and that's just because there is no gangs.
All right. Okay.
Yax is 91 and can take. Well, they'll start with 3, and then 20, 40, 60, 80. So they should be able to take 7.
Plus your 1. Plus your NA 1 or no?
Yeah, well, 3
they're NA.
plus. Yeah, exactly.
NA. Oh, is it 3 base they get? I thought you said they get. So on EU 2 is the base.
EU 2 base, NA 3 base.
Okay.
So they should be able to take 7, I think. It says 8 out of 8. Oh. Maybe the base is 4. I don't remember. I'm sure it's just looking at the field, but maybe I fucked up. or maybe it rounds up so that it's. Oh, gang level's over 100. Okay, well then that's why I say 8. That makes sense then. Yeah. Get me confused.
So the intended level.
Yes.
Really cool.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, to get to 9, I guess level 120, and that would be your max for NA. Go ahead.
I did have a question about the stancing script. Do you know how much it costs right now for the mechanics to apply it? Or actually, how do they even do it? I don't even know.
So I made it like turbo. So you go on to the modify thing and you just install it that way. I'm not sure on the price. I think it will probably. Will it vary? I guess it will vary on car class.
Okay, up to 80K. Okay, I was just wondering because some people were wanting refunds, but what I'm thinking about, I don't think I can offer any refunds. You paid a player. That player has that money now.
Yeah. Well, they still have the stats kit installed.
Yeah, but like, but they might have, done something specific and then it got knocked down to not possible.
Well, I didn't actually reset any of the cars, so I haven't changed them. If they set it something.
But when you change the limits, wouldn't that have automatically forced it smaller?
No.
Okay.
That limit only changes if you then go to edit it again. So if there's any fucked up cars out there, they are actually still out there. I was thinking of just resetting them all, but I forgot. And I hadn't seen any of the crazy cars driving around, so I thought, fuck it. But
do you know what the best way to be, or what's the best method to remove stancing on a car?
Can't yet.
I would say that's very important.
So you can't. I think I'm just going to add like a reset stance command for cars that have stance kits installed. But for staff, I guess you'd have to. I mean, you can do it by going to. Well, yeah. There's a table in the database for.
I tried it already and I deleted it and then it just recreates it.
Oh, is it? Must be cached.
I'm not sure because it's. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately.
I wasn't going to say deleting it. Deleting it will delete the stance kit completely. I was going to say change the right column to just an empty object. If you delete it, you delete the stance kit. So that's how it works. If there's a
do anything now. So
right, yeah. Well, I'm guessing it's cached. So yeah, we'll need the command. But yeah,
changing it to empty ideally makes it so it's reset, and deleting it would ideally just remove the kit itself.
Remove it completely. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I was trying to remove it completely.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, resetting it would have the same effect for the player, other than the fact that it wouldn't light up to say it's installed anymore.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, I seen that link, Paul. And yeah, yeah, basically it doesn't come with any pre-installed way of removing the stance kits. In fact, the way we're doing it took a while to fucking figure out because our car I wanted it to fit like every other car modification and not just be some weird broken system. So I managed to get it integrated into our car editing thing, which took far too long because our system it's so painful. But it's integrated in there, and yeah, I mean, It works. You should play around with. I don't know if you've had to look at it since the limits got added. I also removed the wheel resizing stuff because, well, for me it wasn't working, but somebody else then told me that it worked on there. So I don't know if it was just the car I was testing on, or
Do
maybe
you add
it's
like a
specific.
cheeky permission so like Dev Plus can access it without being a mechanic?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I could. Oh. But you'd still have to have a stance kit installed on the car. I mean, if you don't care that staff using the command would automatically install a stance kit, then the problem is that for performance-wise, if you didn't actually want a stance kit on the first place, it's not gonna, I mean, the more cars that have stances, the worse, basically.
Right.
Kinda. Yeah, I mean, they're state bagged at the end of the day, so I don't think it's that bad. It's just the same as having like a spoiler.
It's just in its current state. We can't provide any player support pretty much for stancing. Not that it requires any heavy amount of player support right now, besides the casual, ask for refunds or whatever. Or once the limits came in, their car is goofy, or I had one guy where all his stuff was misaligned. There was no mechanics on duty. I don't know. It's not the biggest deal. We can always just say go back to Ellis Customs. You're gonna get might get charged for the service.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it's goofy, it's because they've done it to themselves, and they've probably lost the option to change it, so it's stuck goofy. Yeah.
And also at the same time, I guess if we saw anything that was bad that needed to be forcefully changed, we couldn't.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, if you don't mind, I can make it so that staff can do the /stance. So if you're just wanting access to /stance and it only works on cars that already have stance kits, so you're just doing it to repair some stance, that's fine. That's a lot easier than forcing stance install and then access it. I can do that pretty easy, yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
That would help a little bit.
Yeah. And then if you do see any of the rogue fucked up cars on the fly, you can just TP into their car whilst they're not looking and fix it.
Does stancing save just on the fly? It doesn't need to be stored or anything like that?
There's a save button that saves straight away. You don't need to store it.
Okay, cool.
As far as I know.
If it doesn't, I'll let you know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's as soon as you hit the save button.
Cool.
At least I didn't store it in any of my tests anyway, and it was doing stuff, so yeah.
I wonder if we should ask Alex to add a something on the TBM to mark if something's got a stance kit on it or not, because that has value.
True. Yeah, we probably should. Yeah. I did. So one thing will break stance kits. If you change your plate,
you lose your stance kit.
Yeah.
You can't just. Oh, did my webcam break?
Maybe I can fix that though.
Yeah, can't you just tie that into the TebEx item?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to check, because I tried to do it. Tried to just link the table so that if you update basically foreign key it, but it was not having it. It did not like that idea. But yeah, maybe I can just update the commands that run on TebEx. In fact, I definitely will be able to. So I take that back.
Okay,
I'll
sweet.
fix that. License plate. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that now.
Sounds good. My webcam lasted 50 minutes. Not bad.
Our new server got provisioned last night.
Oh yeah, I saw you typing about that. Can't wait to try out that bad boy.
Yeah, I was battling with it all last night trying to get it to install operating system. Eventually, I had to have support do it first this morning, but it is up and running. I'm logged into it. I need to buy as a Windows license. I've downloaded the repo. I've installed Node. I need to sort out some other stuff. There's still a bunch of stuff to set up, but it's there, and I'm working on it in the background.
Sick. I'm in no rush, honestly. So no pressure for me.
Yeah.
But sweet.
Yeah. So it should be like we were thinking about also at the same time potentially moving the database off of the same box so that it's on a Linux, maybe on the cache server, but the cache server is a slower disk. So I don't know whether the game plan should actually be upgrade the. No, I was thinking, what if we just upgrade the cache server so we also replace the cache server?
Okay.
I mean, it'd be super overkill to keep the current one as the cache server, I think. I definitely don't think we need to do that. I mean, we could
be a multi-purpose server, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we did something like we kind of talked about last week, but if we decided that the NA server should actually come into the same data center, then they could potentially share the same cache server and have two databases running off the same server, and then you start to go down the route of why you'd want a beefy box like that for the cache server. But right now, I don't know if there's any need for that.
I guess we gotta compare costs. I mean, do you know how much it costs the cache server right now?
Like, the cache server is really cheap. It's like, I think it's around like 60 quid a month, 70. It's not a lot.
I mean, that's not super cheap, but that's not too bad. I mean,
yeah, but in comparison to the other servers, I mean, it's a lot cheaper.
I guess. I mean, our current one is like 200 a month, but that has really good everything. I guess we gotta compare. What's the price difference for the drives that we want for the cache server to put the database on it, right?
Yeah. So Johnny raised that the drives would be slower, but I also then my next immediate thought is, well, what about CPU? Because right now it's running off of a beast. And maybe CPU is not an issue. Maybe it's not. In fact, when you're looking at resources, I don't think MySQL really. We used to have issues where the CPU would skyrocket, but I've not seen that in a long time. I think that used to just be bad optimization, but we're not really in that boat anymore. So maybe it'd be all right. Maybe we can just upgrade the hard drive.
You guys were wanting to put the database and the cache server on the same machine?
Well, potentially, because so Johnny's testing basically showed that MySQL on a Linux box is much faster than MySQL on a Windows box, and we're thinking that maybe because we're basically trying to get as much speed as we can, and MySQL is one of the limiting factors for like login speed and stuff because it has to do all these reads and writes.
Mm-hmm.
And we can speed that up by moving it off of Windows. I don't know.
I said, didn't. Would 1 gigabit be worth sharing those two things?
Well, the MySQL shouldn't really be using a lot of data.
Right, because it's just sending that to the server.
Yeah, there's no images or anything. In fact, the data might even be. It depends if they have like a LAN connection to each other, in which case it'd be a completely different port anyway. But I'm not entirely sure. I think Happy's really upset about Linux.
I call it Linux, so it's a drink. You guys say this Linux.
It's definitely Linux. Now that I know that it triggers Happy, I'm sticking with Linux.
Everything triggers Happy.
Exactly, it's Linux Tech Tips.
Is that his name? I don't know. I mean, if it was like super huge gains, I wouldn't even mind keeping the current server as just the database server.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we could test it. We could, because once we've maybe no, that's a lot of effort to test actually.
Right, wipe the machine, install, hook it all
it's-
up for Linux, and then
Yeah, and we'd have downtime all the while, unless we temporarily set the date. It's just so much effort moving the database around because it's fucking huge.
yeah, it's fucking huge. But the new machine's on a 10 gigabit connection. Oh, bye, Soja Bro.
Okay.
Bye, Soja Bro.
Hi.
How fast did the new server download the repo? I feel like it had been super fast. I guess it's limited by GitHub.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I should. I didn't. And you know what? I've not done a speed test on it. Let's do a speed test. Speed test on that. I did double check on the panel to see whether it was 10 gigs because, like, I'm not getting scammed. This is what I want.
Yeah.
Good, shit! Yeah, it's downloading at 8 gigs right now. 8.5.
Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're 100%. That honestly, that's awesome. Like, that's something we've wanted for so long.
For real.
Like,
we figure out the best way to make use of it.
We were considering paying stupid prices for that upgrade in the past.
It's just because the machines that you wanted, the only machine options for the 10 gig line were just really weird ones.
Yeah,
really not game focused ones.
Yeah, exactly.
They're too expensive.
So our new server has less cores than our current one, but the cores are faster. So I'm hoping that the new server is overall better. Like, it's definitely better network wise, drive wise, just everything. The only question is the CPU, but we don't max out all the cores on the current one anyway. And in fact, our CPU is usually pretty low, so I think high clock rate will be more important than core count. But we'll see.
Nice.
Yeah, because originally I think when we saw it, we immediately, at least I immediately thought, oh, this is just a straight upgrade. It's
so it is actually less cores. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't either. It's because I think our NA box is a 5900X, but our EU one is a 5950X. So it's 16 cores, 32 threads,
Really?
whereas this is 1224. So it's like 4 less cores, but but the core speeds are faster. So we'll see. But I think, like I said, we don't have CPU issues. So basically, we're just going to have a shit more bandwidth, which is, I think, where our issue. What I'm hoping for, what is going to be the real test, is next time we have like a big event, we're going to find out whether all this network flooding is a 5M ceiling that, hey, you just can't span this many packets because it'll melt, or whether it was a network thing and we were just at the max amount that our server would allow. So that'll be interesting to find out. If it turns out that we still melt in the same way, I'll be sad, but at least now we know. But yeah, pretty good.
Honestly, I'm on board for what Becky here Rex said. I'm not too sure it's the best way to do it, but I think it'd be really good.
We were talking about that kind of last week. I was saying that we could just make like business interiors instanced.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to do. We already use instancing for new players and for apartments. All the apartments are instanced. So yeah, it can be done. The only downside is if people start to abuse it for like being chased and you just walk into another instance. And
right.
I don't know how snappy it is, like how quickly. Because actually, when you get banned by SABs, so some people who have accidentally been banned by SABs will notice that just before the game crashes, all the cars and people around them disappear. I know this because I SABs myself this week.
Oh. Is it me or is it him?
How about Frozen?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hello.
hey, buddy. You got a new satellite.
I'm on a new one. That fresh satellite smell. Yeah, I was saying that basically right before Sabs bans you, it sticks you in a bucket so that you can't do any more damage. You just fuck yourself up.
Yeah, I've seen that in band videos before.
Yeah.
There was a car meet. I don't know how many days ago, but there was a shit ton of cars there, and I had to max out my extended texture budget because I was unloading the world around it. If you
It
were at the car
is.
meet, it was fine, but like if you were in the area around the car meet, it was fucked.
Yeah. It is upsetting that. I mean, there's no cure to that. At the end of the day, there's just too many cars. The cars are too high quality, and unless we're gonna downscale all the cars, there's not a solution to that. Which is why I was saying we can do things like adding. I mean, for a car meet, you're fucked because they want the cars out. But for every other kind of meeting, you can have like a garage where people can just park the cars. That immediately helps because like during the PDM drops, my FPS dropped like tanked, and then I just deleted everybody's cars outside of PDM and it rocketed back up. So all those like there's 70 odd people inside PDM, fine. All the cars, not fine. And there was not 70 cars, so cars have a big impact on your performance for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's not really there's no solution to like they just need to be low poly. They need to be smaller models, whatever. I don't know, but it is what it is. Did I get custom pads
the
working on that?
suggestion was the instance zone.
Yeah. Custom pads are working on NA. I updated my pad to be custom this week. I just need to get them all on Tabex. I just bought 2 new pads today. I haven't released them yet. We also have a third new one that came out yesterday.
The new doctor?
Yeah, so we have a new doctor, and then we have a new cop and a new mechanic from a new developer that I subbed us to today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're in the repo, so you can't see them, but I also reorganized all the pads today because we've got so many pads now. I thought, right, let's start organizing this. Because we also have 2 sets of subs now as well, so I thought, right, fuck it, we'll just keep them in some nice little folders. But yeah, pads are going well. They look good. I will get them onto their NA store this week.
Nice.
It's
tedious.
It's pain. Honestly, it's pain in the ass. I
know how it feels, so don't worry.
Yeah, I know you
I can
will.
maybe help you
Yeah.
with it. So
I keep just thinking to myself, I really want to merge these stores into one, but for cars, and I guess rentable properties, it's not. There's no like clean way to do it, which is annoying.
they say let us copy packages, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've fed back several ideas to Tabex and several more last week with all the way we want the outstock stuff to work and stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will get them on Tabex this week. Pads at least. There is other stuff I'd like to get the racing bundles over there too, but we'll see. I think once there's more people over there as well, it starts to make more sense.
Yeah.
And I think things like the cop pads get snapped up a lot, and so people having the ability to use one of those on NA because the chances of actually getting one on EU is pretty slim might encourage some people to actually hop over and just play NA. So
yeah, maybe
it could be the factor that helps convince someone to switch servers. So I'm all for it. Dive into no. I don't know if there's ever going to be a solution for that other than unless we wanted to give them police version of diving kits, and that feels.
I mean,
we
you gotta find the in between. So like we use the police method, but it just does the same as civilians. Like, because the police method is just timer based, but if we could somehow just hijack into that prop tool and then still use the same exact air breath system for normal diving, so it's not overpowered or anything or different. The only downside to that police one is it's like bulletproof.
You can't. Yeah, well, there's that, and you can't take them off either.
There's a command to take it off.
Is there?
Yeah, you can end it early.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just sit there with.
You're supposed to. It's like SOP. You're supposed to take it off as soon as combat starts. You're not a freaking bulletproof tank.
Oh, oops. Hold headshot. I didn't know that. Puts a prompt on the screen, does it?
I think it's a notification when you put it on. Maybe. I don't know though. It's been a long time since I've used it.
Right. I don't read that. I'm busy chasing criminals when I put it on. I'm like, shit, get on, jump in the water. I ain't reading what's going on the screen.
I think that's our only solution, but it's not quick and easy though. I don't think giving them the police version is the solution, but using that method might be the solution.
Yeah, because we can't add custom clothes to them. It's just I don't think they're all open source. I don't think we have the power to do that.
It's just not in our capability right now to be doing something like that.
And it'd be a lot of effort. I think there's too many pads and
for one job.
Yeah. Another little quality of life change I made this week. Actually, it won't. I don't think it always 100% works, and it's just because of the way 5M is. But whilst I was getting trolled on stream and kept getting a blindfold on my face, it reminded me that actually, for a new player, you have no idea how to get the blindfold off your head. So I now put a notification on your screen that says you've been blindfolded, and then when you can take it off, it updates and says press E to take the blindfold off.
Nice.
I've seen it in action on some people's streams, so it does work sometimes, definitely. But like I said, it won't always work, and that's just because the way 5M treats the NUI, the order of what's in front of what is not consistent. So it could be that the notification's behind the blindfold, in which case it's not going to help you. But when it is in front, it looks good and it is nice. But it's just there's just no way to guarantee it. I was looking it up, seeing if I could force it to move Z index. It's not possible. Sucks, but it is what it is. But when it works, it's nice.
Yeah, I saw the duct tape has a timer for it, like a visual timer too, which is nice.
Yeah. Yes?
Look at your DMs.
Oh, what the fuck?
Look at the screen.
The fuck? How have you done that?
Ryan taught me how to do it.
Is that how she does her like posters and shit?
No, it's how she takes her photos with things in the game. So I'm not going to say how to do it because I don't want people to be in that.
Sure. That's crazy.
It's cool, right?
Interesting.
I'm ready.
Yeah. John Cook, best FIB agent there was.
I didn't even know John Cook was in FIB.
Briefly he was, towards the end. I think. Was it? Yeah, I think. Actually, I don't know if he was. Was he?
I don't know.
He was was he? Or had you cooking control? Oh, maybe. Okay. I don't remember that far back, dude. That's too far back.
I think it might have been someone in chat. If not, it's someone different made a ticket regarding the ultra wide map change, and I can see the image. It looks fine, but the only issue is the like map markers are all off pretty noticeably. It's the second most recent. No, he's 2560 by 1080. He's ultra wide.
You can still be stretch res. That's your resolution, but that doesn't mean you can still have stretch res.
Stretch
That
res?
resolution. Yeah.
What's that mean?
Like the aspect ratio.
Oh. I don't know.
That's interesting because technically the change affects everyone. Oh, I see the ticket. What's? Oh. I wonder what resolution is playing at because
It says in
has it
the,
just not? It's just not screenshot the full screen, right? That's why.
I think so. Yeah, his resolutions in the is 2560 by 10. It's ultra wide 1080p.
Right. Yeah. I don't think this is related. Then I've seen some other people complain about that same thing. I don't know how they've managed to do it.
I mean, I know the GPS has been off since we've changed to the circle, but that's like super off.
Yeah. Well, that's what his issue is there. I assume that he's probably had that same issue since before that change. Oh, it says.
Not based off what he's saying, but
yeah, I guess. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really know what I can do to change that, other than just finally axing the circle minimap and going back to a square.
I don't remember everyone having. I don't remember having this issue, or at least I don't remember seeing. I don't look at other cities, other service content, but I don't remember other circle maps having this issue. Maybe though.
Yeah.
You guys only want square because it's, different.
Remove the shitty border. What shitty border?
Jesus, happy.
There is no shitty border.
Shows how much he plays.
Isn't it? The circle on the minimap is added. What circle? You talking about the border it used to have about 7 months ago? That border?
Hexagonal.
Yeah, he's talking about around the edge. Yeah, Happy, I don't know if you play STRP, but we've not had that for months, dude.
He can't be wrong. Can't even spell.
Poor guy.
Yeah, we know what you meant, bozo. Happy, where's the Chop Shop update?
Where's the prison update? And where's the 2 phone updates you said you were going to do yesterday?
Taxi? Go postal?
It's grief happy turn.
Transportation skill? Paid balance? Happy, did you see the ticket about the person not showing their followers on Instagram?
It's timed somebody out. You can't take the heat. Anyway, in terms of what I'm going to be doing in the coming week, I guess probably mainly focusing on regionalizing more stuff and focusing on NA. I don't think that I have anything really specifically planned outside of that. Other than potentially a couple, I guess, stanza fixes and potentially chip in a little bit more with the airport stuff. But other than that, I think probably just focusing on, because I think the NA cops want to change some of their stuff, and I don't think it's originalized and it'll need doing. And there's also something else I wanted to do for the MDT. Oh yeah, I want to have it so it shows your fucking cooldown, so we can stop getting people cry about that. Yeah.
Where's my cooldown?
Yeah. So I want the MDT to just say, you can't join a gang until this date. So, yeah, probably get that done this week if I remember.
Sweet. There's 22 players on NA right now, but it is currently 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's 11 a.m. Western Time.
Yeah, lately it's been peaking at around 30, which is definitely improvement on previous weeks. So it's getting there. We'll see.
Do you think it's worth doing any bursts? Should we give in to those people?
Bursts?
Yeah, like the power on the server list.
Oh. I mean, we could try it if we figure out how to do it, and I'm not banned.
Actually, I don't even know, because so when the server list first shows up, it sorts it by boost power.
Yeah, you'd have to boost probably a lot to get to the top.
To be on like with my UI, to be on like the first list of things, we would need to boost over 1,000.
What's the damage on that?
I don't know. It's just so dumb, bro. This is literally trash, yo, what the heck,
I honestly,
bro?
I don't understand it. Like, I refuse to believe people are sinking that much money into boosts, because we've spent nothing on boosts, and we're the top UK server, right? So,
right. They do it though, bro. The top server has 8,000 boosts with 91 players in it, with a 140 player cap.
How? Like, why? Does it really make that much difference?
I mean, Evolve is on here. Neat server. It's got 560 points.
Is the server not still capped at 100? Like,
yeah, it is.
So how can he justify paying that? Like, unless there's some fucking hack that we don't know about, where people are getting free boosts, or if you can incentivize players to boost. But how will you do that? Like, as far as I know,
incentivize people to give freaking that server money or that company money. Gross. Why should at the same time? Why should we give ours? I don't know. I don't know. We could try.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Corey's gonna buy us some boosts.
Thanks, Corey. Can anyone just apply boost to any server?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But as far as I know, there's not, because it was something I considered in the past. Because it's like, well, Nitro, all these people boosting our Nitro server, we don't get fuck all for that. And at the end of the day, you need so few Nitro boosts for level 3 now that we could just pay for it ourselves. No, legit. Like, it's shit. So if we were able, but there's no way, as far as I know, there's no way to like tie into the system and say, like, because it would be against your 5M ID, would we be able to see how many boosts has this 5M ID applied to our server, and then apply some sort of reward for it? That'd be awesome. But as far as I know, there's no system for that. And because of that, then that must mean that all these people are just buying boosts themselves. Like, I've had some. Yeah, well, I've had people DM me about these cheap boosts and people saying that they're resellers and stuff like this before, and I'm like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know about the legitimacy of this, and like, I read that there used to be like there was an exploit with their system or something where you could essentially get them for free. Like you could buy them and refund it or something, and just keep doing that. So I think a lot of people took this with it, but as far as I know, all that got fixed, and still there's servers with thousands. I'm like, bruh, like, it's no small amount of money. Like how?
If you look at their shops though, they are very aggressive. That's usually what I see. It's like they could be spending a lot of money on these advertisements, but they're really hoping for a return, I guess, because their shops are very aggressive. Like, you can buy nearly anything, crazy prices.
Surely once you're at like the top though, you don't need to be spending all that. Like that feels like a lot of money you could just stop spending.
Yeah, well, the servers don't do crazy. Like, I'll see the servers with like 8,000 boosts, 8,000 advertising boosts, and then they got like 140 players out of 200. I don't know how. It's so weird.
So for 1,000 upvotes, it's £86 an hour.
There we go.
86 pounds an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the worst. I mean,
yeah, if you get players, but I've seen servers with shit tons of boosts with no players.
Yeah.
Like the number one server for me for ages had like 20 players on that. I was like, well, clearly boosting works. I'm like, they're paying a shitload and nobody's joining. Like, Yeah, I think it was that Jola server solo. Yeah, it's £86 an hour for 1,000. Like we could definitely do it and see, but I'm just not convinced on how good it is.
All right. I think it's for people who like partner with like Zap and shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like you were asking the Tabex guy about it a little bit, didn't you?
Maybe, but I don't remember.
I think you questioned. I feel like you questioned its legitimacy, or some way that people are getting all these boosts or something.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds like something I'd ask.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
No, exactly. Yeah.
I still like Zap is like partnered with 5M, I think, or
yeah,
I think it is. And or does he have a shop, Thomas? I don't know if I've ever seen it. I don't know. I mean, back when, because he was doing his thing before we got back into it.
Yeah.
And he was bragging, from what I remember.
Yeah, somebody was, wasn't it? It wasn't Neat. It was one of his devs that left.
He banged out a lot of money on the first month or something like that. But I remember your Neat's still making a lot himself.
Yeah.
It's Evolve RPV2. Thomas, I don't know. Yeah, Evolve Gaming. I don't know. I mean, he must be having something unique. It's a whitelisted server, so that's something special, and whatever he's got, whatever his system is, he's doing his thing. He's got his GPS pill, I imagine.
Yeah, I know, Grim. I know.
All right, enjoy,
like I said,
Jasmine.
I don't think there's any way for us to do anything with it anyway.
Yeah, he's fine, happy. Don't bully Morgan. He was just living his best life. It was a fun new adventure for him, but it, kind of ended up not so great. It's not my story to tell.
Well, we wouldn't boost EU, we'd boost NA. And
Yeah, just trying to promote NA's numbers. We would have to do it at the right time too, when it's busier for NA.
Yeah, we definitely don't. Like, EU has organic growth, and every time we raise the cap, it increases. There's definitely there's no desire for us to advertise EU at all. It just doesn't need it.
Hey, puppy.
I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to go over, unless you've got anything.
No, we've gone through everything that I've written down. Yeah, just kind of recap. You know, we're gonna try to polish up the airport some more. Polish up Stancing maybe a tiny little bit. Add those add the actual rentable properties to the new trailer park. Hopefully this week we'll also get those additional shops ready and added.
Kaylee's working on some new shop MLOs for Mirror Park as well.
Yeah, she sent me a screenshot. I don't know. Mirror Park, huh? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know where the garage is in Mirror Park?
Yeah.
You know, like down a street where there's like a little car park and a bunch of shops and like a little.
Yeah, it's like the Wizards, and then it's the little buildings, and then the garage.
No. So there's the Wizards, and then there's the big park, and then it's on the other side of the park.
Oh.
So it's over. I think it's opposite like a barber shop.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know all those. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's over there, but yeah, there's I think there's like six shops that can go in there. So she's doing an interior for all them.
Oh, interesting. Very cool.
Yeah. So that would be a nice little hub, like it'll bring Mirror Park a bit more traffic as well. Like Mirror Park's already got some decent stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I guess we're still like low key, you know, on the lookout to spread people around. That's a good direction, you know.
Yeah. I think it just has to be part of our. Whenever we're looking at adding things, we need to think: is this a busy area? Yeah.
What's that?
You have do you have more than one gang HQ to auction off right now?
So there is.
I'm just driving.
I need to set up the nightclub still. I've just not done it, and setting them up is really boring, so I haven't done it. But there's that, and then the old Rednecks O'Neill farm is empty. That can be auctioned off whenever we want.
Yeah.
But just those two at the moment, and then if we manage to fix collisions in Polito, then there's actually a bar up there that we could also auction off.
Jax, Glenn, all them people. Okay.
I honestly don't know why bodies can't be seated in boats. I'm guessing it's
Hold on.
GTA related.
Why?
Same way you can't seat people on bikes; they just clean themselves off.
You can see people on bikes now.
Some bikes, if there's somebody on the bike,
Sorry.
but if it's empty, they just fall
My
off.
dog
Or the
tried
bike
to
falls
strangle
over.
himself.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, sometimes.
I only see issue with seating whenever the body's in the correct death state.
Oh, double death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still doing some DACO?
Maybe there is something that can be done about that, but we already fixed that. Maybe it's when you put someone down. Is it when you drop someone that?
That is it.
So you can probably fix it yourself, maybe by swimming to the shore, dropping them, picking them back up, and then putting them in the boat. That might work. Try that.
Picking people up and dropping them doesn't fix their death state.
Does it not? I thought. Oh, is it taking them out of a car?
I don't know if anything fixes the death state, but maybe taking them out of the car.
I'm sure we did. I'm sure we did something for it. I did something for it. I remember doing it, and it's been a lot better ever since. But
Yeah, I think so.
maybe it's still bad in the water. Maybe because people you didn't used to be able to be put on beds, and now they get put on the bed every time. So maybe it's taking people out of a car. Maybe that's what it is. So if you swim them to the shore, stick them in the car, pull them out, and then put them in the boat, maybe it'll work.
Well, we're not doing any stuff.
Oh, is the issue that there's no
Yeah,
option?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it has to target a door, right? Oh, yeah, maybe that could be the problem. I was thinking about putting that just back off of doors and on the entire. So the reason we took it off of the entire car to begin with was just to clean up clutter and make it a bit cleaner.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna have to go.
people complain about it. Like, it works good for a lot of cars, but yeah, there's plenty of cars with just like weird doors or no doors, and it works shit for them. So yeah, maybe.
Who are you? What do you want?
Yes, we happy it was you.
Oh yeah.
Happy did it, guys. Everything bad that happens was happy.
Well,
Stop
yeah,
it, you're
that's what
upsetting him.
happened.
Hey man, he's in chat writing.
Hello, officer.
Is there any thoughts on crimes being able to access illegal items only from? I think at one point it should be added, but when, I don't know how.
Yeah, I'm not against that idea. It's just the effort of making it work right, because we would essentially need to, I don't know, like start metadating cop items and then putting in additional checks into ops inventory, which I already don't like doing. I don't know.
My first thoughts are it's like an option on zip tie, and we have a whitelist of items. I would maybe, and it would just loop through those items if they have them, take them.
Oh, and just take everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do something like that too. That would be easier. So it's just like,
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
yeah, because then they don't get to see what's in the pockets. They just get the blind option of take illegal shit back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get better.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
I
also
think-
just try and get the cop to drop it for you.
Yeah, I think in the roleplay, Thomas, it should be allowed, but technically it's against the rules. I'm not too sure the best way to
more natural.
change that rule to allow it within the roleplay.
Yeah.
Maybe something.
Like it does. It makes sense when it's your shit. The reason I didn't want to let cops be blindly robbed is because it was just shit before, where cops would.
Well, the
Like,
thing is, there's
especially-
a rule right now that says you can't hold someone at gunpoint and force them to drop items on the ground, because you could technically still do that. Obviously, zip tying a cop and searching him and taking whatever you want is not okay, not gonna happen. But
Yeah.
you can't
Well,
force them
that's
to drop
what I meant,
shit or give stuff back.
Yeah.
Maintaining that list seems like ass, bro.
No,
What
well,
do you mean maintaining? It's like, oh, I added a new gun first time in 4 months. I guess I got to update that list.
Yeah, put that away.
The same argument can be said for the police evidence list. Every time new items get added, just got to go there too. Sometimes you just got to do that kind of stuff.
like it doesn't need to cover every single item. Like if you lose your frappies, the ball get fucked. I think
Yeah.
people are more interested in getting their guns and drugs back. That's all it really needs to cover. Because cops not really going to rob you of your frappies anyway.
Yeah, I forgot to add the MP9.
Your 2 to 3 days. Do you do
Yeah, we're
this
wrapping
every
up.
day?
Yeah.
Hello.
I think we'll raid. It looks like Alex is live, so he's
Oh,
started
nice.
streaming more recently. So we'll drop some love over there.
I think he owes us a MDT stream, but it's okay.
True. He keeps like every time I talk to him, he's like, "Oh, I was going to do MDT today," and then he's like, "Overwatch," and then by the end of Overwatch, he's like, "Oh yeah, I can't be well." Okay, buddy. I think he's been distracting himself with the Twitch deving as well lately.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Here's some red emojis.
Oh,
Thanks for stopping by, guys. Again, another good stream. We'll be back again,
your
same
nose
time
is
next
really
week.
flat, sir.
Good shit. Go
Yeah,
share
thanks,
some
everyone.
love with
Get
Alex.
some surgery here at Pillbox.
See everyone around.
Right. I feel your feet's looking. Did you have an accident or were you born like that? Oh, you were born like that. Well, it looks